What is up, you guys? I'm back.
Every single day I'm gonna make something great. That's my way.
I'm really excited about today's video. I know that I say that in every single video probably, but the reason is I got two new things. So I went to Walmart. I was looking for something else, but I ended up coming home with two products that just kind of caught my eye. And so I want to share them with you. I have not tried them yet. I wanted to try them on camera. I figure, why not? That's the best way for y'all to actually see my genuine first impression. So the first thing I have is the Maybelline, let's see. It is the Maybelline Super Stay Multi-Use Foundation Stick. Cream to matte formula plus precision blender full coverage. We shall see. I have a lot of freckles to cover up. It has this little beauty blender type sponge on the end of it, and I'm going to be honest, I'm not going to use that to blend out my foundation, but it does look like the perfect size to do your concealer under your eyes, so I may end up using this for my concealer. We'll see. So there's what it looks like. Now, I have watched other videos on this, and people were complaining because, look, there's not a lot of product, but this is $9.98, so it's under $10, which is pretty good for a drugstore foundation. But typically, whenever you get a liquid, let me see if I have mine in here, my other liquid. I do. So, typically when you get a liquid foundation, you get a whole fluid ounce. And with this, which is 30 milliliters, with this you get 0.25 ounces, so you get a quarter. But if the quality is good, I'm not going to complain about that. So we shall see. I'm going to be looking at my mirror, so y'all don't hate on me for not looking at the camera. And I'm just going to do a little bit to start off with. See how full coverage it is that way. And I hope this is the right shade. Oh, I didn't tell y'all what shade I was using. I'm using Classic Ivory, which it looks like it's going to match pretty good. Let's see. This is where I have the most redness, so I'm going to put a little more than the rest of the face right here. Okay, and I barely used any, so we'll see. Alright, I'm going to go in with my blender. Okay, but so far it's looking really nice. Now, we'll see. This first layer, I can already tell, is not full coverage, but I didn't put on a whole lot, so I will say that obviously with it being a stick foundation, it's not as smooth or easy to blend out, I guess, as your typical liquid foundation. Now, I wanted to try this foundation because one of the reviews, Kelly Stark, did this, and she said that it didn't settle into her fine lines right here, but I feel like it already kind of is on me. I don't know. Which, I haven't found a foundation that does it, and I've tried a lot of foundations, so that feels a lot smoother now that I have that first base on. Okay. This is a pretty good color for me, or at least in this lighting it looks like it is. maybe in natural light we'll be able to see a little bit better. But so far, so good on the color. I mean, it looks just like skin. Like, it doesn't look like I'm wearing a ton of foundation. So, I expected it to be a lot more full coverage. This is very medium coverage. It did cover up my redness, but I can see every one of my freckles. So, which is typical for me. I have not found a foundation at the drugstore that covers up all my freckles. Blended out nicely. So far, it has not settled in those lines or my forehead. So I'm going to do the rest of my face except for my eyes, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back. I have all my face on, did my eyebrows. By the way, they are sisters and not twins, okay? So far, what I think about the foundation with everything on it, it looks beautiful. Like, I really do love it. However, I would not call this full coverage. I would call this medium coverage, a beautiful medium coverage. It's going to cover up any redness that you have. It doesn't look cakey so far. It's only been about 10-15 minutes since I put it on, but it hasn't settled in. This line, it looks like it has a little up here, but that's fine. We'll talk about that some more later. So the next product that I got that maybe I'm a little late on, I don't know. I think it's only been out about a year, but it is the Hard Candy Rose Gold Palette. So here it is open. This palette, and one of the reasons that I was so excited about it is because these, one, they're big, okay? And it was only $10. $10 even. It comes with these brushes. Let's take them out. They look like decent brushes. I mean, you know, to come with an eyeshadow palette. Usually, you get the little, what are they like? They're called little dofa eyeshadows or whatever they are. You know what I'm talking about. Nobody uses those anymore. I remember using them back when I was like a preteen and starting in makeup, and that was all you had. They work, but they don't work for what we do now. So here's the brushes. Let's see. They're two-sided. I mean, they actually look decent. They're really soft. This is like a little precise crease brush. This is a nice lid brush. Got an angled brush. And it looks like a little smudger. So they're decent. We'll use them today. We'll see. So, all of the names are on the back, which I like that. I like it better when they're on the palette, but at least you can see what they're called. I'm not sure what kind of look I want to do today. I'm thinking I'm going to do kind of a gray smoky eye. I've been promising that I would do a gray smoky eye on my channel, so that's what I'm going to do today. There's a nice taupe gray in here, which is called Frisky. And there's a nice, looks like a very nice black. It's called Ball and Chain. And then you have these nice matte colors for blenders and a nice cream champagne color. They're just, okay, I think I have what I need to make a kind of gray smoky eye. So let's swatch a couple first. I want to swatch a couple of the matte shades first. Let's do the red, because red tends to be the hardest to get good pigment, and black. Let's do black. And we'll do one of the neutral colors. So there's those swatches. Now let's swatch some of the shimmer shades. Let's go let's do the gold. Oh, let's do the rose gold. And let's do the taupey gray that we're going to use today. So there's those. And it's got this little mirror in here. So that's kind of nice, so I can use this. Even though I have my mirror here, I'll probably use both to get kind of a close-up and a far-away feel. So let's just go ahead and jump into the eye look. First, I'm going to grab my big blender brush so that I can kind of smoke out the crease a little bit. I'm going to use this color, which is Sweet Nothing, and put that in the crease. They do have some fallout, so beware. I may be cleaning up a mess when I'm done. Okay, so right away I can see that color, which is nice because a lot of times with the crease colors in the drugstore palettes, you have to kind of build it up. But right away, I see that color. So that's nice. I'm making sure to tap off my brush because since I did my face makeup first, I don't want that fallout under my eyes, which I can always go in with my powder brush and dust it away. But with some of these more intense colors, I don't want to risk it. Let's take Frisky and put it in our crease and kind of on our lid to add some color. I'm using the little blender brush that came in it. Now if you hear my baby, she just woke up, so I hear her in there talking. I'm just going in with a little bit at a time because I don't, if it is a really pigmented color, I don't want to put too much at one time. I'm just going to do the same thing on both eyes, because if I do one eye first and then go and do the other eye, I never can get them exactly the same. But if I do them kind of at the same time, then I see a lot better results. And that's just me, you know, everybody's different. I think I'm going to use this color all over the lid, all the way to about right here, and then I'll put a lighter color there. So I'm going to use the lid brush that it comes with. I'm going to wet it. First I'm going to get my color on it. Then I'm going to wet it. And let's just see what happens. Oh, so much nicer. So much nicer when it's wet. You can actually see some color there now. I'm really building that color up, like I said, a little bit at a time, because it's easier to add a little bit than to take away. Once it's on, it's on. Build it up just a little bit more. I definitely want it to have that gray feel, so. She's supposed to be napping. If you're wondering why I'm not going to get her, it's because she's only been in there asleep for about 30 minutes, and trust me, when she doesn't nap, she's a grumpy little thing. So I'm going to let her fall back asleep. She usually will. Go back in with this little crease brush And I'm going to take just a little bit of the black. Like I said, I don't want to go in with too much at first. And we're going to just deepen up that outer corner just a little bit. I don't want it to be a black smoky eye. I want it to be very gray. So we're just going to put a little bit of that in the crease and on the outer V. Now this black, it seems to work really well. So far, it's the color I'm the most impressed with. I'm barely using anything at all on my brush, and I got a lot of color there, so that's nice. And I'm tapping this one off too because, like I said, I certainly don't want black fallout under my eyes. I do like this little bitty crease brush that came with the palette because it can really get in there, and I kind of have hooded eyes just a little bit, nothing crazy, and so sometimes I like it to be a little bit more precise. Now I'm impressed with this black, I gotta say, and I'm just going for a really kind of rounded eye. I'm not gonna do a really sharp line right here or anything. I tend to like more rounded looks on my eye shape. So now what I'm going to do is take my original crease brush with nothing else on it, and I'm just going to blend out this crease just a little bit where the black and the gray and the original crease color that we used meets. Just to give it just a smooth, blown out effect. And in here I went a little crazy with the black, so let's blend that out. And now I'm going to take, let's see what color this is, Diamond. I'm going to take Diamond, which I love that name. That's my dog's name, if anybody was wondering. I love my diamonds. And I'm going to wet this because it looks like it's powdery and it's going to have some fallout. And we're going to put this on the inner part of our lid where we didn't take the gray all the way. The reason I do this is because I don't want that gray all the way in. That's going to really darken up your eye and kind of make them look closed. Whereas if you put your lighter color in there, it's going to really make it look more open, more long, more bright, more awake. So my camera died as I was finishing up my inner corner highlight, but that's okay because I was done. All I did was I put on my Wet n Wild liquid lipstick and I did my eyelashes. So far, what do I think? As you can see, all my freckles, the foundation is definitely not full coverage. Maybe it's buildable, but I was scared to build it that much and it get cakey. So maybe I'll try it again and see if it is buildable to that. But for now, but either way, like, it looks beautiful. I'm impressed. I'm very glowy, very natural looking, and I love that, especially with the eye look that I did. It's a very pretty gray smoky eye. So for $10, I really suggest that you guys pick this palette up. The gray was not as pigmented as the other colors that I used, but it was buildable and it doesn't crease. And as long as you're careful, which I have not wiped mine off yet. Let's see. As long as you're careful, you're not going to get a whole lot of fallout. So, you know, just be aware of that. Do your eyes before your foundation or wet your shades. They look better wet anyways. But I'm really impressed with this. If there's another look combo in here you want me to try and test out those colors, comment down below and let me know because I really want to play with this palette some more. So I guess that's it for today, you guys. I hope that you enjoyed And I hope you got some good information. Hopefully these are good products. You know, they were both $10 a piece. So for what you get, that's really nice. So y'all have a good day. Comment down below. Please subscribe. I'm not begging, but I'm begging. So please subscribe. See you later.